Hello and welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is a reading for Sagittarius. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And there's the Queen of Cups to start us out. So that'll be our departure point. We're going to do the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. Wow. Oh my God, wow. All right, if there's anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know, but I think I should be asking you for the positive energy because this is stunning. We have very, very strong major arcana, and then we have all of this water energy. This is beauty and love and joy and pleasure and success. And then with this Eon, this Judgment card in the background there, it's going to be nice. Let's finish up the path. Wow, gosh, even over here on the path of the serpent is amazing. We have these wheels here, and this is positive change. This is, I think, really a life-changing reading for you. I think this is a time in your life where things are not going to be the same after this. All right, let's do our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Waite-Smith deck for this one. And we're just going to put it over here, put the frog on top, and we're going to look at it at the very end. Okay, and hopefully it'll tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. I don't think we're going to need one, but we'll see. All right, so the first thing that we had is this Queen of Cups. Possible that this is a water sign person in your life, maybe an older feminine energy water sign person. Their name might begin with a K. I'm getting a K sound with this person. And I don't know if that's going to resonate with very many of you, because that's just like, that's just one image kind of far away that I'm seeing, right? What I'm mostly concerned with here is your emotional state. How do you feel about something? I think that you are in a process right now of uncovering your deepest truth, your deepest emotional truth, right? It's like you're on the verge of some kind of a great breakthrough, great realization with your deepest like secrets, your deepest feelings, right? The deepest water energy in you. And the Queen here is behind this veil. This is water on water. So this is one kind of surface conscious like water energy that's trying to look down into the depths to see the deepest water energy. So this is us peering into the pool of water and only seeing our reflection. Okay, kind of only seeing what we want to see or what we expect to see. We're trying to penetrate down way deep into the depths. We need some emotional transparency. We need to really kind of go fishing down here, right? And see what is in this large pool of water. So this is maybe some introspection. Maybe this is finally clearing this water, maybe letting the mud and sediment kind of settle to the bottom. Maybe it's pulling the veil aside, being willing to step behind the curtain of ourselves to see what's really going on. And when you can do that, right? And I think, you know, if this is resonating, you know kind of what I'm talking about. If you can do that, then I really think this is a life-changing thing for you, okay? The first thing that we encounter once we take care of this, or we begin this process, we make some progress here, what I think this is leading to. Now, it could involve that water sign, older feminine energy, K-name person. It could be that specific for some of you. Whatever that is, whatever is involved with that deepest kind of revelation in yourself, it is beginning this process. It is setting in motion this. Now, this card is the Eon, the Judgment, the Rebirth, Reawakening, Baptism by Fire. Okay. This is our ability to really shut the door on something. We need to, there's a door, right? And if we walk through it, we can't leave the door open, you know. It's kind of common courtesy. It's being polite, right? You shut the door behind you. Making the decision that if you're going to go forward, I think, into all of this really lovely water energy, this change in your fortune, this change in your physical activities, your career maybe, your relationships, your life, your entire life. If we're going to move forward with this, there's no going back. Okay, sorry to say it. Sorry to be so straightforward. If we go through this wormhole, it's going to close behind us, right? We go through this door, it's going to slam shut, it's going to lock 1,000 locks, we don't have the keys. This is a portal to the rest of your life. But we have to make the decision to go through. It's like you have to decide. You have to assert your intention. Yes, I'm going to do this. You know, no one's going to push you through the door. No one's going to be on the other side saying, come on, it's okay. No, you have to decide to walk through this on your own, right? Your own will, your own freedom. And I think everything we see on the other side is really nice. I don't know, honestly, what's before this doorway, what's behind it, you know, in the other direction, let's say. I don't know what's over here on the table. I only know what it looks like out here. When you walk through this doorway, it's going to shut. And this is what we've got. So I don't know what's before this. I don't know what's on the other side of that. I know what's over here. And this is the emotional transparency. This is you knowing who you are at the core of your being. This is you having this kind of spiritual revelation within yourself, the spiritual, mystical, magical experience. Getting to your own depths, getting to the bottom of you, right? And that is going to activate a 9 of Cups, really putting you on the path toward happiness, fulfillment, and not just like mundane, superficial, oh yeah, that makes me happy. No, this is a really intense satisfaction, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. All of these cups are activating. Okay? This is a success that really means something to you. This is living a life day to day through your activities, an ongoing life that means something to you. This isn't just a state of, oh, right now I'm happy. Well, this is a 9 of Cups. This is activity. This is a verb. It's the pursuit of your happiness. This is living a happy life. So what could be better than that, honestly? You know? This seems like what we're all after. And I think this is one of the first things through this doorway. This is one of the first things you encounter. Now, the freedom, the ability, the will, the drive, the understanding, the knowledge to live a happy life, to pursue a happy existence, a fulfilling and satisfying existence. It's a beautiful card. It's one of my favorite cards. Now, on the top and bottom here, kind of both angles, to this water energy, we have these major arcana, right? And they're both very assertive. They're both very kind of authoritative. They're both very mentoring. One is kind of more active and one is a little bit more passive, right? So on the top with the Emperor, that's some fiery, active authority. That is your ambition. That is your really fighting for what you believe in, fighting for what you want. Using this confidence and assertiveness, this energy, to get out there and do this Nine of Cups, right? No one's going to get in your way from that Nine of Cups. So going through this fiery doorway here, this is, remember I said this is the baptism by fire. The baptism kind of in this water energy, and then we're also activating this fire energy in us, and this is a real confidence. This is really taking charge of your life and being self-directed, being self-possessed. Having the wisdom and the understanding to know how your decisions today are going to affect you in the future. This is really thinking 5 or 10 steps ahead, like an emperor would, right? Like a ruler, a wise ruler is not one that's just concerned with the needs of today, but wants to make sure that we're setting the realm up for longevity, for future success, to really extend this out beyond ourselves even, right? Beyond our lifetime. So it's the will and the work to create something lasting that will outlive you, that will just kind of be eternal. This is your authority to do that. This is the card that gives you permission from within yourself. All of these cards are part of you. Okay. And this is you giving yourself permission, essentially, because nobody needs to give you permission. This is you assuming the authority. Right? You have taken the Iron Throne. Now you're the protector of the realm. And this has tremendous energy. And we actually end the reading with more fire energy with this Knight of Wands. That's at the very end. So now that you've assumed the rulership of the realm, now that you're sitting on the Iron Throne, you have to go through a lot of these other experiences. And, you know, you're like fire. Doesn't matter what the fuel is, doesn't matter what kind of transformations the fire might go through, it's always going to be fire. Doesn't matter where you light it, fire is fire. A flame is flame, you know. Now, the other card that has some of this kind of authoritative energy is this hierophant. But this is a passive kind of authority. This is really the other side of the emperor. This is almost, maybe we could say, the hand of the king, you know. Really, I've been watching some Game of Thrones lately, if you hadn't noticed. This is the most trusted advisor, right? Spirit guide, guardian angel, our own conscience, our higher mind, whatever you want to call it. And this is you being willing to learn. This is really you being wise enough to know that you don't know something, right? Have that kind of Socratic vibe to you. So there's always this willingness to learn and grow and to improve. And the humility to say, hey, I made a mistake. The humility to say, look, I don't know the answer, but I'll find out. I will do my best. This is you taking the lessons of the world. This is you really taking what you learn in this kind of introspective, emotional breakthrough and really digesting it, right? This card's underneath everything. So all this water is flowing downward into this hierophant. And the hierophant is that part of you or the universe or spirit or whatever that is going to really kind of chew on that water energy, digest it, and transform it, transmute it into wisdom, right? Into knowledge, and it's kind of an education, if you will. And I think that this is a foundational card for you. This is your striving to always grow and improve and learn, right? You're someone that probably really likes to read, really likes to learn new things. And the first step in learning, again, is to realize that we don't know something. And having the will, the fire energy to go out and learn it, to find the information, to find the answers. What is it that you want to know, right? Well, go out and learn it, you know. So that's just, I think, a part of what you're doing. I don't know what your future is really going to bring, but I know that this is drastically different than what was on the other side of this door. Okay? And also, in front of you is this Two of Cups, a real love connection. Now, this could be with yourself, could be with that K-name, older feminine energy water sign person. This could be with someone new. Could be with a current partner, friend, family. Could just be with life in general. But this is real love. This is a real connection, a real sense of being connected, right? This card is about sharing the water energy between you and something else or someone else. This is not so much an active card. It's not the act of sharing. This is the state of having that reciprocating energy. It's the state of that that two-way connection, you know. When it's established, it feels really good. It draws you forward. It's pulling you toward your destiny. Whatever you feel this about, you know, if this is something that a path in life that you want to take, or, you know, something creative or career or family or a relationship, whatever it may be that you feel this pull, whatever you have that two-way connection with, it's going to pull you in that direction. So this is coming. This is in your immediate future. Finding this connection that's going to pull you forward. You know, something that you love that much, right? That you feel drawn to it, and there's no second guessing it. You know, there's no question about it. And that leads us over here to the path of the serpent, where we've got these interesting wheels. A lot of wheels over here. First wheel is the Four of Wands. This is taking the fire energy and putting it in the earth for that temporary kind of campfire, which is interesting because we have fire and earth here. We have fire on top of the earth, right? And this is kind of what we're doing here. We're taking this fire energy, our will, our authority, our ambition, our creativity, and we're giving it form. We're manifesting it, right? We're letting it burn something to transform it, to change it, to pretty much use it to light the way for this water energy, you know. It's transforming into this state of connectedness that's drawing us forward. It's your ambition and your learning, your humility. It's the fire and the earth, here fire and earth. And these are known to be temporary campfires, right? So this is just a temporary resting place as you continue on your journey of following this connection. It's not a destination that you reach, right? It's that state of being connected and drawing forward. It's a never-ending process. We may have these little milestones, these little campsites that we visit. You get your stones, you put the rocks there, you build your fire. In a day or two or three or a week, you put the fire out, you put the rocks back, and you keep going, right? That's the process. But this is representing one of those resting places, one of those milestones, one of those acts of creation where you have made a decision to use your wisdom or to learn something or to grow or to discover something, right? Discovery. And that's all part of this Two of Cups state, right? And this is the variable that says, okay, what is the Two of Cups for you? Where are you being drawn? What is your will, right? What is your purpose? What is your destiny? Next card is the Wheel of Fortune. This is your destiny. This is the idea that you are now following your destiny. This card's in the position of your environment. So this is kind of seeing the signs and synchronicities all around you, almost like you're in a dream. You know, when you're in a dream, you might look around, you see weird things that seem out of place. That's going to be your life now, okay? That's going to be the idea that everything in the world around you is a message for you. Everything has some significance. We need a little bit of discernment, and I think that's through the Emperor and the Hierophant. The discernment to know which one of these messages we need to listen to right now at this moment. And that kind of is the Two of Cups energy too. Knowing what to connect with. If everything around us has an important message, we're going to be sitting here all day, like opening scrolls and reading messages, right? We've got to prioritize. We've got to know which messages to follow. We have to be a little discerning. The Emperor and Hierophant who are kind of steering the ship. That is the Two of Cups. So it's going to be very magical, almost surreal living, you know? Everything seems like magic. Everything seems like it has a new kind of luster to it, a new kind of shine. And, you know, that's part of this awakening, I think, for you. And that's the beauty and magic, but it's also the challenge. Because we then have to, you know, we have to pick one of these symbols or signs. We have to pick up one of these little threads, and we have to follow it. Where does it lead us? That's why we need a Prince of Discs here. The Prince of Discs is kind of the, it's kind of the manifested, the physical form of the Hierophant, right? Because this is the, you know, the fixed earth energy, the air of the earth. And this card rules the sign of Taurus, fixed earth energy. So this is the archetype, and this is the activation of it and the workings of it out in the world. Okay. So this is you going out and investigating things, learning knowledge, gaining knowledge, collecting knowledge, discovering things. You know, this is you out there in the world, in your daily life, following these little threads, these little trains of thoughts, these rabbit holes, you know, and doing this work, experimenting, seeing what works, what doesn't work, what you like. This is the workhorse of it all. This is the kind of the daily work. This is the one that you send out to the library to research and stuff, you know. But it's an enjoyable task, for sure. And this is, I think this is the part of the fun. And this is, again, it needs to have this Two of Cups connection. Otherwise, this is just busy work. But this is you really out in the world doing it, you know. And the next card now, we're back to this fire energy. This is the Fire on Fire, Knight of Wands. This is really kind of out of control kind of stuff. And this, I think, is really meant to bring us back full circle to the beginning of this fire energy. We have to remember what it is that we closed the door on. What was it that we left behind? There's no going back. Is this card kind of representing us starting to lean into the old life again? Starting to kind of go back a little bit, you know? It's the awareness that we have to remember where we started. Okay, and we have to use this Emperor as the kind of the go-between or the control so that we don't try to go back through that doorway. There's no going back. That life is closed to you now. But with the Knight of Wands, it's a little bit of, I think, a little bit of control that's needed. And that control comes from the Emperor energy right there in the middle. And of course, remembering where we are and why we are here and what we left behind and why we're not going back, right? We're going to go to this mystery card now. I'm curious about that. Let's see. Thank you, Frog. Appreciate you. I don't know, honestly, what this can be. I think anything that shows up here is going to be significant and meaningful. And I don't know. I mean, if I'd have to guess, I would just say maybe a little bit of air energy, just showing that we're, you know, we're cognizant of this, that we are rational, level-headed, that we can see the bigger picture, you know. Wheel of Fortune again. So this is just kind of a restatement of what I said. This is kind of goes back to the very beginning, where just my first glance at these cards, I said, this is life-changing. Your life's never going to be the same. And I think that this is part of your destiny. This is exactly where you need to be. This is the life change that you need, that you're waiting for. It is the beginning of your true life. The rest of your life, it begins now. And I think you're going to see that in everything you do. All of your interactions, all of your activities, all of the impressions coming in are going to have a new tinge of this love energy, right? Everything's going to just feel right. Even when you're in difficult situations, or there's turmoil or arguing, or just kind of had a bad day, there's still going to be this underlying current of love and joy and bliss. A new bliss that you can find in the ups and downs, in the turning of these wheels, in the traveling through space and time. You're going to find a joy even in the speed bumps, even in the stop signs, even in the detours. There's going to be love and joy and bliss in all of that. And it really just depends on which thread you pick up, right? Which rabbit hole you go down. As long as you feel that connection to it, and you use your Empress and your Emperor and your Hierophant. I kind of wish we had the Empress, but maybe in the extended. We'll do the extended right now, and if you want to stick around, just click on that link. That'll give you access to all of the extended readings, the deal. I want to thank you for being here. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not already. And thank you for being the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.